Hello everyone, welcome to this video. In this video, we are going to discuss about the recent changes that has been brought to Form GSTR 9 by the notification 14 by 2022 released on 5th of July 2022. Earlier, when we were filing Form GSTR 9, various relaxations are being provided by the government to fill or not to fill some of the tables. These relaxations keep on removing year by year, and now in the year 21-22 major of the tables are now to be filled. So we'll discuss point by point what are the changes or what new things that now we need to keep in mind while filing Form GSTR 9 for the period financial year 2021 to 2022. On the screen you can see the Form GSTR 9. The point 1, that is the financial year, GSTN, legal name, trade name, all these things will remain same. No such change. The change has begun from the point number 4, or you can say table number 4. Earlier, when we used to file from table 4A to table 4E, we can show all the related debit notes and credit notes or the related amendments as net of value. That is, we can show B2B sales net of debit notes, net of amendments. But now with this new notification number 14, we have to bifurcate these things like credit notes, debit notes, and to specifically show amendments here in table number 4I to 4L. These tables were also there earlier, but was skipped or was relaxed by the government to not to fill these tables, but now it has been mandatory to fill these tables. So this was first point to be kept in mind while filling up this form. Now the second thing is regarding table number 5. Earlier, when we used to fill table number 5D to 5E and 5F, we can show the figures as consolidated under this 5D itself. But now in the year 21-22, they have added one new thing, that you have to show the non-GST suppliers separately. However, you can merge 5D and 5E with table number 5D itself. One more thing that they have kept unchanged is that the credit notes of 5H, 5I and the amendments of 5J and 5K are still not mandatory to fill. You can show these as net of credit notes, net of debit notes, net of amendments in the table 5A to 5C or 5D to 5E itself. This was continued from earlier itself. This same exemption was earlier also. Now there are two things. The same thing here is not provided in regard to credit note and debit notes in the table number 4. However, credit notes, debit notes for 5H to 5K including amendments are kept same as was kept last year. That is, they are not mandatory to be filled up here in table number 5. Next important new change is done in table number 6. As we all know that we have to provide the bifurcation of input capital goods and input services respectively. However, during the year 2021, it was mandatory to bifurcate inputs and capital goods, but was not mandatory to bifurcate input services. The same has been continued in this year itself. For input services, you can merge that particular bifurcation with inputs also. That is not mandatory to fill input services as of now. However, one new change that has been brought here is that with regard to reverse charge mechanism. Earlier, the RCM of 6C and 6D has to be merged and can be shown under 6D itself. But now it is mandatory to bifurcate both these RCMs in 6C and 6D respectively. This means you cannot merge and show now in a single table. You have to specifically bifurcate them. However, for input services bifurcation, you can merge with inputs. That is not mandatory to show separately. Now the next change is brought in table number 7. Table number 7 is kept as same as was kept for the year 2021. Any reversals with regarding to these 7A to 7E can be merged with 7H itself. That is, you need not to specifically bifurcate and show these figures. However, for Tran 1 and Tran 2, you have to specifically bifurcate and show these figures. You cannot merge them with 7H. With regard to table number 8, as we all know that an option is being provided for the year 17-18 and 18-19 that you have to separately you can upload a new table 8A to 8D itself, because the auto populated figures were not accurate. But now for the year 21-22, we have to rely on only these figures. There is no such option to upload fresh table 8. Whatever the figures appearing here will be the final figures. However, you may opt for such an option to still upload the table 8A to 8D if the figures are not accurate here. However, the law does not provide for this. Table 9 is kept unchanged, no such changes here. Table number 10, 11, 12 and table number 13 are kept unchanged. They have to be filled. Table number 14 has to be filled as we filled last year's. Table number 15 is still not mandatory. One more year, relaxations are being provided to fill up this table. You need not to fill this table. It is not mandatory. Table number 16 also is not a mandatory table. You can skip, or you may, if you have the correct data, you can fill up this table as well. For table number 17, an important amendment. Now this table number 17 has to be mandatorily filled, even if your turnover is less than 5 crore or your turnover is more than 5 crore. If your turnover is more than 5 crore, you have to quote 6-digit HSN and has to fill this table number 17. But if your turnover is less than 5 crores, you can, or you have an option to fill HSN code up to 4-digit, and only B2B transactions can be reported for them. That is, B2C transaction relaxation continues for those who have turnover is less than 5 crores, but B2B has to be mandatorily being filled there. So this is an important change. Table number 18 is still not mandatory. If you have the data, you can fill, and if you do not have the data, you can skip this table as well. Table number 18 is regarding HSN-wise summary of inward supplies. Table number 19 is kept same as was kept last year. If any late fees payable, you have to pay this late fees from here. Now all these changes has been brought by way of this notification. If you want to read in detail, you can read this from the page number 7, point number 12. I have compiled all these details for you in this video and had produced you the crux of all these changes that has been made. I hope I am much clear in whatever I have told in this video. Thank you for watching this video. In case you have any queries, you can write the comments. I'll provide this notification in this video itself, so you can download it whenever anyone require. Thank you.